If you want this, you won't have to give something. If you want,
baby girl, I know it hurts, but you should love yourself first. Find out who you are, know your purpose, so that way you know what your worth is. Can't let nobody bring you down, can't let nobody take your crown. Baby girl, you are a star, better let them know who you are. And I'm telling you now, it's gonna be rainy days, it's gonna be times you wanna give up. Just keep your head up to the sky and know that your purpose is bigger. You were sent to this earth for a reason. It's your time now, this is your season. You earn all your blessings, just receive them. And all the things you done been through, you a queen, look at your mental. They wanna keep you on the bottom and make sure that you're forgotten. Now they mad you wanna focus on you, and they can't do what they used to. Like a phoenix you be rising and going harder and harder. Alright, so before we get this court case started, I want to say a few things. And first, I want to say, please do not worry about anything that happened to me in this video, okay? Because I am always divinely protected. I am a warrior. I am a soldier for the Most High Mother. And I'm always fierce as a motherfucking lioness. And I did not come to play with anyone. Now, I want to take this time out to honor one of the voices that the Great Mother used to comfort me the night that this situation took place. When I was grieving, hurting, and confused, the Great Mother, she sent me Ruth Abby's videos. And Ruth Abby is the Caucasian lady that y'all see in my videos a lot. Now see, this was not by coincidence. It was all by divine timing. Because Ruth was speaking nothing but the truth. And she was speaking that type of truth that comforts you. That type of truth that heals you. And just like my sister Ramona said, this shit is multidimensional. And we are still here in the now, where every version of this story, every timeline, every consequence is now colliding. Because this is the battlefield. Now, what is a spy? A spy is someone sent on a mission to gather evidence. See, I was that. I still am, because I am the lioness. I always move with intention, and I always remember everything. See, I know what I'm doing. Now, let's talk about possession. Because when you open a book like the Bible with pure intentions to seek truth, to understand, and you're doing it out of love, you will be filled with the Holy Spirit. And this is the serpents of wisdom. And it's going to guide you, protect you, and awaken you. But when you open that same book, but with evil in your heart, and you try to use it to manipulate, to control, and to dominate others, you will be filled with a demonic spirit. The adversary of wisdom. The opposites of light. And it will speak through you, move through you, and disguise itself as God's. Now see, this is not just about one man. This is about a spirit. A spirit that has walked through time wearing many faces. And it is the falling masculine. The same one that me and my sisters have been warned with since the beginning of time. And to come face to face with this spirit is to see evil in human form. Okay? And that's what I encountered. And that's what this testimony is going to reveal. Now, this shit is no coincidence that it all took place in the year of 2020. 2020, the year that the veil was being lifted, the year that the Great Mother called her daughters to awaken and return back to the battlefield. And see, we now in the year of 2025, the year of completion. And every fucking thing is coming to light. And I mean everything. So yes, we already won the war. See, right now, we're just testifying on the battlefield. Because we are now in the courts of the Most High Mother. And she is the judge. Okay? And I'm going to end it with this. The young lady that created this video that I sent her this evidence because I was trying to warn her. See, she was still worshiping the Father, but despite that, the Great Mother still used her, And why did the Great Mother use her? Because she was still honest. She was still righteous in her heart. And because even though she couldn't see what I saw, she didn't lie and she didn't try to manipulate. And she was being used for a vessel of truth by the Holy Spirit. And the reason she turned this into a court case is because deep down, her spirit recognized what was happening. She saw the war. It wasn't drama. It wasn't gossip. It was a spiritual court case. And the judge was never man. The judge was never a crowd, your followers. The judge is, and still is, the Great Mother, the Holy Spirit herself.
Us, isn't it? Because we discovered. So it says, of uncertain origin, confer or compare Baal. Who did we discover Baal was? Well, let's go to the Old Testament. Well, it's pulled up 1167, and naturally so, because they're gonna do the run around here. Just a second. There we go. I gotta access. Things are coming up in my face. Okay, so we'll scroll down here. From Baal and from Zebub, a Philistine god. Baal, a special deity of the Ekronites or Ekronites. So let's from Baal. Let's hit on that one. Baal. That's 1168. It's a heathen god. Yeah, heathen god. Remember, this is another name for Satan, who is the accuser, who we find accusing in Job 31. It's also a plural of Balaam. Oh, look, what did we discover about Balaam in the Exodus? What did we discover? So it's the same as. It's the same as. Get this? As little b, a, comma, A-L, or apostrophe. I always say comma. Let's hit on it. You know what it means? Well, it means owner, Lord. Does it really, though? Let's scroll down here. Archers. Bridegroom. You're telling me Satan's clever enough to create a bridegroom as your idol that you bow down to? This same accuser accused somebody before the courts of supposed heaven. Captain. Oh, he's a captain. Sure he is. He's a dreamer also. He's a dreamer, all right. Those same dreamers dreaming of man, he as God. In Jeremiah 23, we discovered that. Masters. They love that word, master. Husband. Husband? Oh my gosh. You mean my husband is my accuser in the courts of heaven, and his name is Satan, Baal, Beelzebub? Let's go look at what this accuser is in Job 31:35. Let's read it again. Oh, that I had someone to hear me. I sign now my defense. Let the Almighty answer me, and let my accuser put his indictment in writing. Let's look up indictment, just for the record here, before we go right in. I was going to read a couple other passages, but versions of it, rather. One to hear me. I put my mark. So mark is exemption from law. So that's a presentation of your case. Testify, a witness, make an answer, would answer me. So is it written? The indictment? Is that the written? A missive, a document, writing a book. So we know that he wrote all of his accusations. And she says, oh, that I had them written in a book. Well, we discovered the book was the Bible, where he actually wrote his accusations against her. But we find that the little book sealed up is actually her response to his accusations. That's what we discovered about the little book. For anybody who cares about the truth. So let's look up the accuser here. The prosecutor, the one who's prosecuting her, accusing her, and it because there's only one time that we can go back to that our husband accused. And that was in the very beginning when Adam accused the woman. When man accused the woman. Accuser. Baal. See? It pays to really study and want to discover the truth through the Spirit. So what's the accuser here? The accuser is 376, Strong's Hebrew, ish. Man. Are you telling me Satan is man accusing, well, apparently another man, because they removed the she pronoun out of there. He accused her before the courts of heaven. And you want to know why? So he could steal her throne of power, which is exactly what he did. Now he tells you that you're part of mankind because he's your head. But they know clearly that you are a woman and womankind by telling you that you have no rights under the law. So please don't use that mankind word again, because we know you're only talking about yourself when you're using it. You're not talking about womankind. And you, man, do not define what I as a woman am. That definition came from my mother, not from my husband, who wants me silenced down at his feet. And you know why he silences you? So he can accuse you. It's imperative that he kept you silent and shut up and not looking for the truth. It's imperative that he did that. That's how he keeps himself exalted in the heavens. Baal. That's found in Jeremiah 51 as the king of Babylon. Yeah, but he will come down. She, the harlot, the exalting, is going to come down. So this word is the accuser, ish, 376. So we'll go down here. Oh, a mighty man, high degree, him that is husband, mankind. It's man. It's not woman. The accuser was man. You don't see that from the beginning. Had they grabbed onto the lie and the accusations written in that book, the whole creation of mankind has grabbed onto that. We're talking men. And they'll use those accusations against you every time to remove your right to exist as a woman separately from himself. They do not like that. And they made sure to know that their rights under the law didn't include you because you're a man. No, you're not. You're a woman. So here we get who accused. And we know who was accused in the very beginning. It was the woman that got accused. So now we're going to go to Isaiah 42. Yeah. This Lord of dung. Let's not do that. Yeah, let's do this right quick. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and I have restrained myself. She's the restrainer, the Holy Spirit in the land. I have restrained myself. I have been silent. Yeah. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. I'll bring down your lie. I'll bring down your king Baal. your bridegroom Jesus, I'll bring them all down on your own heads. I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all their herbs, and I'll make the rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools, and I'll bring the blind by a way that they knew not. This is the pathway that you did not see. It was covered over by water, an admixture. We find that verse in Psalm somewhere. Let me find it for you. I've said it's here. I've done many videos on it. But for those who might just be picking this channel up, the odd one here and there, we'll do the Psalm verse covered. Oops, getting off here. Covered. Okay. Let's see if that's it. So it's reading in Psalm 77:19. Your path led through the sea. What sea? The Red Sea. And whose was that path? The presence of God. Who was the presence identified on earth? The camp of Mahanaim. The camp of God. God on earth. The presence who parted the waters. And she's also seen with the Shulamite. She says, look not upon me, because the sun has blackened me. You know what the sun is there? The false light that shone upon her and made her black. In the spirit, it says, in one part. So it's identifying false doctrine come in, and they stole her vineyard from her, but she says, my own vineyard I have neglected. So here we get this presence. Your path led through the sea, your way through the mighty waters, though your footprints were not seen, because the admixture of lie. When Satan the accuser come in, it come in as an admixture, which is now identified as wine on your table, that you get drunk on and you go to sleep in. It says the Lord shall awaken. The Lord is 136. Daughter Zion's number shall awaken from sleep as a warrior that's been drunk on wine, an admixture of lies. She finally wakes up out of that man-made lie. Satan the accuser, her husband, made up so he could take her throne of power, which was the right to write the law.
Now, the name of this video is going to be called You Be the Judge. Now, some serious accusations was brought to my attention by this young lady, and just out of respect for her, I'm not going to mention her name. I'm not sure if she cares or not, but I'm just not going to mention her name. Now, the accusations were about a YouTuber. Now, the accusations and the receipts that I was presented with is that he's a narcissist. He's a cult leader, a false prophet, an abuser, a liar, and all type of other things. Now, these are some very, very serious accusations. So, I'm going to take it seriously. Now, I'm going to jump it off like this before I even get started and show you guys the proof and the screenshots. And I had a conversation with the young lady, and I had a conversation with Curtis. And I'm going to let you guys be the judge, because see, we want to make sure that we judge righteous judgment. Now, just like in the book of Apocrypha of Susanna. Now, Susanna was accused of having slept with 2 men because the men were upset that she didn't have sex with them, and she was a virtuous woman, right? So as Susanna was being led off to execution, what did she do? She cried out to the Lord, and the Lord stirred up the Holy Spirit in Daniel. And what did Daniel do? In this situation, I am Daniel. He rescued Susanna. He didn't let her be condemned without examination and learning the facts. Okay? I told you guys I deal with facts, right? And evaluation and examination. So, we're going to take it to court. All right? You are now in the courts of Judge Destiny. Now, Daniel said to separate them, and he said that he will examine the 2 men. He said, your sins have now come home which you have committed in the past. See, we want to judge righteous judgment, you guys. We don't condemn the innocent, and we do not acquit the guilty. So what Daniel did was he separated the two, and he asked them both questions, and they gave different answers. All right? So, long story short, someone was caught in a lie. And it wasn't Susanna, the daughter of Judah. All right? And what Daniel did was he told the men that the lie has cost you your head. For the angel of God is waiting with his sword to split you in two. Now, out of their own mouths, Daniel convicted them. Because see, a guilty person is always going to tell on themselves. Because see, I want the innocent blood to be spared today. That is my goal. So that we can glorify our Father in heaven. He who sits on the throne. So with that being said, let's continue. These screenshots are not in any specific order. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go through them and I'm going to read them. The first screenshots that I'm going to set of screenshots and receipts that I'm going to present you guys with is of the young lady. This was all sent to me, and she sent it out as a warning to me. So what I did was I took heed. All right. So let's start off. This is from her. All right. She said, I sent him all this money. Sometimes he would ask. Sometimes I would just help because I felt bad for him. Now, you got in the videos where he always talking about a bride and his wife and things of that nature. She seen that he was trying to do the same things to me. So this is what prompted her to warn me. All right, these are her words, not mine. So let's continue. She said, I sent him all this money. Sometimes he would ask. Sometimes I would just help because I felt bad for him. Also, when I met him in August, I spent over $1,000 and he brought mostly weed. He just used good-hearted people and then try to act like they are the bad one. He got a big humbling coming. And this is the screenshots of the Cash App that she sent me. As you guys see, she sent him over $1,100. All right, in Cash App payments. So, this is another screenshot. She said he got mad because he was actually a message, but I actually cut out, the number, her number and things like that. She said he got mad because he told me that he was going to bring other women in, and when we met, he was telling me Abba had 2 wives. He tried to act like we were them. I confronted him about it because I felt like he was all about himself and using people. I believe he entertained women and men. Whoever would believe and follow him and give to him, he got mad because I'm not for his bullshit playing games, trying to break up happy families for his own selfish reason, claiming he know how to love when love is not in him. She then goes on to say that what he does to keep her around. Now, it's another lady that she's claiming that's around Curtis, and that's supposedly to be his wife. Now, they're not married by paper. I don't know what kind of sister-wife cult things are going on with all of that, but I guess that's another one of his wives that he claimed. So she then goes on to say that what he does to keep her around, tell her she is a witness to Christ, that he's supposed to be. He tried to make me the other witness, and yes, I witnessed all that bullshit. He think he has the right to tell me who I am. How do you know I'm not a daughter of Zion? Bitch, who are you? I know my father, and he's been so good to me. I also know my mother, his wife, and he loves her and all their children. He don't represent Christ. Bitch ass nigga like that killed Christ because they was jealous because Christ had all the women around him. He was a real man who knew how to treat and respect women. She then goes on to say, I'm not thinking about his dirty ass. Probably first time he took a bath in months. He didn't reject me. The Most High got my ass away from him. He has nothing to offer. Every conversation has to be about the Bible. And if you don't understand it, he'll scream and yell for hours. Just how he made those long videos, like 4 or 5 a day. He do that in real life. He literally will brainwash you for hours. He a cult leader, but he also doing that to people on YouTube, not just to people he meet. It's different levels to the devil. She then goes on to say, yes, that's what I said. He tell us we are supposed to reference him and praise him, and he prays to the Most High. I was like, nah, nigga, the Most High did not say that. Can't nobody save you but you. He is truly the devil. I seen it in him, girl. That night he kicked me out. He told me he should push me out the balcony and that he was gonna call somebody to do something to me. He need help. He probably gonna get on YouTube screaming like a bitch. She said he plays games and use people. Ain't nobody lying on him. He the liar. I'm good. I don't stay in a bando. I don't want his feminine ass. But hell, I'm going to protect my sisters from the lying ass fuck nigga. She says I have her as a witness, which is the wife that is with Curtis right now. And what the girl was telling me is that the lady is brainwashed, you know, that he has her very manipulated, you feel me, and under narcissistic abuse and mind control. So she says, I have her as a witness telling me how he was treating her. He a whole fool and liar. She said, hell yeah, he mad because I know I have a mother and father. I'm a daughter of Zion. Who is he to tell me I'm not when I've had spiritual experiences with both my parents? With everything it is balanced, it can't be a mother without a father. He not gonna brainwash me. I'm smarter than that and my parents protect me. Injury, yeah, bitch, because you manipulated me, called me your wife, and dove and through and out after I fucking drove over 10 hours to see you. So another thing, you guys, she drove all the way to Detroit to see him because he was claiming that she's his wife. She said, what is crazy, Destiny, is he already knew you because we watched your videos together. I used to show him because I watched your other channel and share your videos on my Facebook. I believe that Lady Virginia sent him to your page, though. He got other demons to work for him. I went on that Lady Virginia page. She said, that's why I kept trying to warn you because he's a liar. He don't know one thing about love. He's the total opposite. His heart is cold as fuck, and he may know that Bible, but the Most High put everything on our hearts, and he even said his people had all the knowledge but was missing one thing, and that's love, because love is all that matters. She said he was on there calling his mama bitches and everything, ungrateful and disrespect, and his parents are successful too, and his sister. He want to play the role of Christ on the internet inside of being Christ in real life, working like a man and taking care of your family. He wants someone to take care of him. That Lady Virginia be giving him money, no telling who he get money from. He attract me too. He will entertain anybody. He probably the real gang stalker getting gift cards and shit. She said the video about the plotter or something, he is talking to a girl. That's his supposedly wife. He had that girl sleeping under bridges and everything. He don't care about her. He treat her like shit, and she allow him because she really think he is the Messiah. And he don't lie. I kept trying to get her to wake up her, but I couldn't get through to her. The first day I got there, this nigga was going in on her, making her cry. I was like, what the fuck have I walked into? He didn't hide it. The first day I had to say to him, if we are children, you have to start to us as such. You can't be yelling and screaming because that's scary. He is no man, but he is portraying himself to be. He even told me he was an escort. He as nasty. Let me see. He probably been sleeping with men, trannies, women. It don't matter. She said, yes, she is in the car with him. It's right after the first video of y'all. She be staying with him in that abandoned house. They don't be bathing, eating, or nothing. I tried to help him come get him hotel so he can bathe and be comfortable. All he wanted to do was take the money and smoke weed. He don't want nobody to help him get in a better situation. He comfortable being homeless. I couldn't stay. That shit was so low vibrational. I still cry to this day. But the Most High ensured me I was doing it all for evidence, because these men some liars and they done changed everything. Took our mother away, raped us, and then blame us when they the ones who broke the covenant with the daughters of Zion. He been putting on a show for you ever since he became friends with you, trying to reel you in. As soon as he got your attention, he started to look better. He need energy. Go back and look at his pic on his videos when he going off and see the demon on him. He will keep making video trying to attack me to get me to go off. Some of my videos are spiritual war against him. She said his sister lives right in Detroit, a nice house. Why would she let her brother be homeless? Because he is a narcissist. All he do is attack people when they want to argue with him. And that girl I was telling you about what happened, because I know them. She started feeling some type of way because he made that video, and then he made a video with her trying to get her to go along with you being his wife also. Go back and listen. Also, he was talking about me. I'm telling you, I know, not lying. I'm the old you, the new. Go back and listen, sis. She said, yes, he had no relation with his mother or father, his only sister or wife. Now you can act like you a king and God all you want, but your good deeds are gonna show and people will speak for you. But if your parents or sister don't fuck with you, something is truly wrong. She said, when I would leave, I would look really bad, like all my energy drained. Then I would start looking back myself when I wasn't around him. That other girl, he has her so skinny and sick looking. She is still around her because I recently just heard her in his video. She is gone. He makes her cry so much. He don't really want women. He only uses them for energy. Before I started talking to him, he looked worse than that. Then he would tell me, only give me his energy because he was the son of God. And I praise him, and he will praise the Father. And I told him, no, I can't get my salvation from you, but only the Father. And he accused me of being a Jezebel. He a liar. The Most High would never talk about his wife or daughters like that. He shows us unconditional love. These men are the ones who disrespect us and make us feel like we can't have a voice to stand up for ourselves. Right now, he used his looks and the Bible to manipulate the daughters of Zion. I will send him money, food, and everything. He does use women because he don't want to be a man and work. Also, I believe he has done homosexual activities because he kept acting really feminine. But after I drove 10 hours to go see him, why this bitch kicked me out his abandoned house? Because I wouldn't let him manipulate me. He was mad because I wouldn't stay for good. I would only come to visit. But he wanted me to abandon everything. She said, but he would only try to teach us the Bible all day and night, not care if we eat or sleep or anything. He would yell and scream, having the other girl crying and shit. But once he saw I wasn't like that, he got rid of my ass, kicked me out after all I did for him, then started making videos telling lies, calling me a Jezebel. She said, I don't know if you know Nature Boy, but he acts just like him. When he made that Let's Talk About Sex video, he copied everything that man said. He has multiple personalities. I could even see the different people in him when he would send me pictures. He would gang stalk me and act like somebody gang stalking him. If I would question or ask him anything, he would get on YouTube and make videos talking bad about me and the other girl instead of addressing us. He's a little boy, but I knew he was only trying to get me to react so he could. His wife didn't actually leave him. He abandoned his family and haven't seen them ever since. He tried to use the Bible to manipulate people. He stopped working and lost his home, and they had to move in with her mother. He left them there and hasn't talked to them. He says his wife needs to apologize to him. When he was cheating on her and beating her, he played victim and he guilty as fuck. She said, what's more crazy is that I met him when I was in Texas. He got so many secrets and I got them all. He know I'm a spot for the Most High, but I got all the tea. He also had another wife when I got there, child. Don't ask me how I ended up in that situation, but I am a witness. She said he is very much a narcissist. It's so much for real and all this shit is spiritual that happened, but he did the same to me. I'm about to send that video when he would talk to me wanting me to have his baby but abandon mine. He is an energy vampire as well, and I'm telling you, he feeding off your energy. She said, yeah, I never talked to him again. He just kept making videos about me on YouTube trying to attack me still. He wanted me to respond so he could steal my energy. They demonic him and her. They talking about if it's not his child, he's supposed to kill the baby. And the girl was agreeing with him. He came to me saying Abba brought us together. I was his twin. I wasn't trying to get with him. He was trying to get with me. So obviously it was something he liked about me. So while he talking about my page now, when he was telling me I was the great mother and everything, then when he got mad at me, he made a video saying you gotta be stupid if you think a man came from a woman, denying the mother after he told me at first I was Eve, the first mother. He fucking crazy. He say so many things then go back. That's why he makes so many videos who really got time to go through that shit. He playing a whole different character now, and he try to channel your energy to be us. He be trying to be you too. He ain't got no soul. She said, but bitch was sending me his porn and making videos about the orgasm. Now he crying. Bitch ass nigga need to stop the lies. Trying to force me to sleep with a woman. I don't know but he the victim. I want to slap the shit out of him. Delusional ass, and in his mind he still think his actions are right. Alright, you guys, this is part 2 of the video. Of the accusations that was being presented to me. And like I told you guys, I'm going to be fair. I'm also going to show you guys his emails from when I messaged him as well. Okay? Because I got an account from the both of them. So, these are some more screenshots that the young lady sent me. And this is, she's talking to the supposed wife that is brainwashed and under mind control, that's still over there with him living in the bando, and I guess her name is Candace. But the one in the blue, this is from the young lady that sent me the screenshots, and the one in the gray is from the mind controlled wife. So I'm going to read. She said, I don't understand at all. I would have felt better with closure, but the shit he did was unacceptable. He literally kicked me out his house because he have different opinions. And because I don't have his mindset, I'm worthless to him. Christ don't move like that. He accused me of so many lies and never apologized. Then makes videos about me, disrespecting me, calling me whores, trannies, and Jezebel. He has problems with women, his mother, his sister, his wife, and how he treated me. She then goes on to say, if Abba is doing that, he owes us more than that, and he knows he does. He could have came to us and set us down and let us know that so we could move on with our lives. That's really some narcissistic shit to just discard someone without any closure on the situation. Then sit on YouTube, talk about forgiveness and apologizing and having done any of that his own self. I have apologized many times. He has not said anything. He can play his little games all he wants for YouTube followers, but Abba and Great Mother sees all. Sometimes you just have to ask yourself, does a true man of the Most High really act this way? And this is from the wife, the other wife, Candace. She says, I'm leaving it alone like you are. I got home yesterday and we talked and you should have seen us. Just there like the other one wasn't. No talking, no touching. I went to sleep and when I woke up, he was gone sitting downstairs in his car. She's talking about grandson or Cletus. Clarence, I'm sorry, I forgot. She said, like, who wants a relationship like that? Well, like he said, I guess there is no more relationship. He said no, he no longer have a wife. So, and she goes on the other hand, greetings was very distant, which was to be expected from things he was saying, like just making it clear that he not asking for me to come back, and if I do, it's my own choice and shit. We talked a little and I could tell he been in a hurting place, if that's fair to say. I told him I wanted to come there by choice, but not if he was going to be mean and cold, and he said he is not that man, but his actions never changed. He wasn't unpleasant, but I thought he would have more excitement. Now, she then goes on to say he talking about he hated for the truth. Nah, nigga, you hated for that fuck shit you been doing, lying all damn day. He keeps saying he a king, but bitch, where? You gotta prove it, not just say it. You don't operate like a king. Where is your kingdom? You have nothing, and that's because you choose that life. Okay. She then goes on to say, talking about, I'm jealous, nigga. I got a man who is about to buy me a house, been taking care of me and still is. You the one mad. I'm just not gonna let you play nobody else with your lies. In some of his music, he called himself Samuel. That's where Samza come from. He be talking about himself. And asked him the questions. I said, I have a question. Why are you portraying yourself to be one way on camera, but off camera you have a wife? Or should I say a mind control slave that you abuse and use? Why are you portraying yourself to be someone else? Why don't you take care of your 4 children you don't claim? Why didn't you tell people that you married a stripper? Why do you have supervised visits? Why do you manipulate and invite women to your bando and try to have sex with them? Why do you use women? Why do you abuse mentally, physically, and emotionally? Why are you having women follow you like you are a cult leader or something? I said and a lot more. Damn, so are you Satan seed speaking on the Bible but living a double life off camera? Shake my head. The fucked up part is you are trying to prey on me like a predator. Your true works have been brought into the light. So why? Because it's... He then goes on to say, scroll through your videos and hear the whole matter. You tell me if she is a true daughter of Zion. She suffered a narcissistic injury due to my rejection of her, which I have witnessed to attest to all of this. I would love to share my entire story with you in full disclosure, which is what I did with her. I never lie. I told her the truth of my life, and when I rejected her, she turned and rent me just like swine do. I'm not worried about the messenger. I'm trying to understand the message. So the claims are true. It sounds like you are a cult leader. So you abuse and manipulate women and smoke weed all day and don't want to work but instead use women. Abandon your 4 children so you don't have to take care of them. Tell women to leave their kids for you. Do your family not fool with you because you are a narc? Do you do porn, fornicate, and sleep around? You claim to be androgynous. So I then went on to say someone is lying. The stories don't match. So did you put her out because you got mad about the Bible and let her sleep in the car outside? Did you keep that lady around and tell her she's a witness to Christ as you claim, and you keep saying you got a witness? Did you try to make that other young lady a witness to you? Do you scream and yell at them to brainwash them if they don't understand the Bible? Did you tell that young lady you was going to push her off a balcony? Did you tell them to reference and praise you? Did you try to get them to have sex together? Did you tell women I said I thought she was my match? So I share everything. That's just the way I'm cut. I tell the whole truth to my match. You see my videos. Do you think I make them to brainwash people? Brainwash people to do what? Truth and love. I give all on my battlefield and I do it all to give glory to my Father, Abba Yah. Okay. He said, have I asked you for anything and I'm still not? I'm only bearing witness to what Abba has done. And you and I, and so do you. Give it time, watch and see for yourself the glory of our Father, and watch truth prevail. I'm working on the part 3, which is almost finished, but I will not upload it until I'm sure you are comfortable with that. May our Father Yah open your eyes totally to the man I am. May Abba Yah remove all strongholds and deceits of our enemy, for these things cannot exist in the perfect light of his truth. Break the hand of the enemy in the presence of destiny, for he stretches it toward me to destroy my credibility before this daughter of Zion. Give it to a moment and consult Abba Yah. Ask him to show you who I am plainly and unmistakably, and it shall be so. And then I went on to say, we will let the people judge. I just did a video on it. It's only right. These are serious claims and accusations, and I'm getting 2 different stories. So with that being said, I bring the facts and statements from both sides, and we will see what Yah does with it. I'm not on anyone's side because I never met nor do I know any one of y'all outside of YouTube. So when I get 2 different conflicting stories, I have to bring it to the court of the Holy Spirit. And with that being said, you guys, I'm going to close off this part 2 of this video, and you guys be the judge. I'm bringing it to you in the court of the Holy Spirit. So what do you think? A witness. Now, a witness is a person who sees an event take place. Court is back in session. Now, I'm about to debunk and break down all of this BS that this man, I don't know whom he is. So, he want to talk about witnesses, right? Right. Let's get it. So, first and foremost, I'm going to say this. I cannot stand a person that likes to use the Bible for their evil purposes, to manipulate, to deceive, trying to cover up or justify the person that they truly are. Because, see, one thing about the Most High is he told you that everything that was in the dark is coming to the light. But see, you guys have to understand, the serpent is the most deceptive, smartest beast of the field. You feel me? So he's going to do anything and everything to try to save face or keep his true identity hidden. But see, that's why I always speak on honesty and, telling the truth. Because see, when you lie and you try to save face and you just cannot seem to be honest, you end up getting yourself in more shit. You feel me? Because I'm finna break this shit down. And it is so plain and simple, okay? Let's begin. I'm going to start off with an example. Say someone has been raped, right? Is a rape victim. So, during that rape, you have a male and a female. It's just them two. It's no witnesses around, nobody who's actually seen it, nobody who was there, nobody who's able to point it out. So, when that woman who claims to have been raped, when she goes to the detectives or to the police department or to the hospital, what are these people going to do? If they don't have anything else to go by but his word, the man who she's claiming that raped her, and the woman that's claiming to have been raped. It's basically he say, she say at this point, right? So what are the detectives in the police department going to do? They're going to deal with facts, examination, and product of elimination, okay? So what they're going to do is they're going to swab that girl's private part, and if that man's semen is in her, and if the facts line up with her statement, they're going to presume him as guilty, okay? By the facts, and by the examination, and by the evidence, okay? That's what they're going to do if it's no witnesses. And the thing is, if you are claiming to be a witness, you have to actually be a witness. I mean, you have to actually have been there. You have to be the person who sees an event take place. The rape victim or the man that's been accused, they can't go. Let me give you an example. They can't go, like she can't call her friend and be like, oh, this, and that happened to me, okay? And he can't call his mom and say, Mom, it's not true, this, and that happened. Because when the detectives ask and say, were any of you guys there to witness this? Were you there? Did you see it happening? The accident, the claim happened. You can't say, oh, no, he just told me this or she just told me this. Okay, well then, baby, those are not facts. That's he say, she say. But what's going to be the facts and the determining factor of the matter is after they swab this lady's vagina, and if that nigga's semen is there, and after they do lie detector tests, and if that nigga comes back that he's lying and hers come back correct, he's going to be guilty. Okay? So that's how they're going to judge off of that. So, first thing first. See, the Most High said in the book of Proverbs, he said a truthful, keyword is truthful now, okay? Witness saves lives, but one who breathes out lies is deceitful, okay? Now, first thing first, let me debunk this. Because the witness that he's using, someone that he's claiming to be his wife, right? She's speaking on something that she clearly has no knowledge about. Because why? Because she wasn't there. And let's hear her say it, okay? Don't take my word for it. This is what his witness said. So let's see. Hold on now.
The second time she came, I was out of town. I wasn't there at all. But like
Okay. So you heard it out of her own mouth. So the second time the lady came, this is the whole claim that we're talking about when he say he put her out, or because she didn't want to listen and she was like, he's trying to manipulate her, this, and that. The woman that he's using as a witness clearly stated that she was not even there. Okay? She said that she wasn't even there. Then she goes on to say, well, first thing first, your witness is not even credible because she wasn't there. She was out of town. So you see how that shit right there was debunked from the jump. So that means since she just admitted that she wasn't there, that means everything after that she spoke on is not factual. It is something that he was telling her, okay? Telling her to say. Because remember, she wasn't there. All right? Now, when she then goes on to say, let's see, because see, I want to make sure that I have all the facts together and we're telling the truth, all right? She said, the second time the girl came, that she wasn't there, right? Right. So let's move along. This is why I cannot stand liars. When you lie, you get yourself in more trouble. You dig a ditch for yourself. The Lord told you a truthful witness saves lies, but one who breathes out lies is deceitful. So your witness is not even credible. First off, all right? And then another thing, your witness says, see, you was claiming that you didn't know the young lady was coming, this, and that. Okay. But your witness said that she texted you and told you that the girl was coming. Okay? Because during this time, your witness was out of town. Remember, she wasn't there. So she was texting the girl, the young lady who's making these claims. And she also was texting you at the same time. And these are the words of your witness. She said that she think that it would be a good idea for the girl to come. Why? So that you can have some company and don't have to be there alone. Because in her words she said, because the Bible says it's not good for a man to be alone. That's what your witness said, okay? And she said that she texted you and let you know that the girl was coming. So what you're doing, yet you pretend like the girl just popped up without you knowing. That is a lie. Because if you got a text that made you aware, right, that the young lady was coming, now this is on her second coming. So if you got a text message that she was coming, if you didn't want her there, what a real man would have done was called her and said, hey, I know you're on your way. I got the message. Don't come to my house. That's plain and simple. But see, your witness said that she told her. She told you. And your witness claims that she told the girl that her and you wasn't communicating. These are the words of your witness. But the whole time we was communicating. She just didn't know. So basically your witness was playing both sides. She was texting you and the girl at the same time. And she was being deceitful because she told you the girl was coming, but she told the girl that you guys was not communicating. All right? What did the Lord say? A truthful witness saves lies, but one who breathes out lies is deceitful. Okay? That's what your witness said. The lady that you put on the stand. All right? And your witness even said that she didn't even know what y'all disagreement was over this time. What you and the girl was having a disagreement about. So that means everything that she's talking about, she has no right to even speak on it. Because she wasn't there. So that means whatever it is she's saying, she's going off some shit that you told her. And that's just not a credible source. Because in that case, you should have just been your own witness. I mean, it was only you and the young lady who's making these claims that was there. All right? Just like the example that I gave in the beginning about the man and the rape victim. They were the only two there when it was going down. So what is the FBI, investigation, police department, detectives, what are they going to do? They're going to go off the facts and the evidence that's being presented before them. All right? Now, another thing. She said, your witness said, but like I said, she said, because I know him, he had to feel disrespected. So she's basing all of her claims off the fact that she says that she knows you when only the Most High truly knows a person. Shame, shame, shame. And she said you had to have feel disrespected. So all of this she's going off is her assumptions of basically knowing how you act when you get upset, when you get your panties in a bunch, and you feel disrespected. So all of the shit that she's saying is debunked. She's going off something that you told her to say. That's not a witness. That is not a witness. All right? Because see, your witness, this is just not a credible source, sweetheart. And I'm going to tell you how she's even lost in the sauce. This is what your witness stated in the video. She keeps saying, he got the word of the Most High. She's a follower of you. She said, I'm going to follow what the grandson teach and tell me to do. Huh? That's what your witness said. These are her words, not mine. But see, in the book of Luke, the Most High said, he was saying to them all, if anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross daily and what? Follow me. He didn't say follow man. He said to follow him. Get your own understanding. Read the Bible for yourself. The Lord said to let him be your teacher. Call every other man a what? A liar. Okay? The Most High told you, for even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve the Almighty. This lady sounds like she is serving you. The Lord told you in the book of Psalms, young lady, this is to the witness. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in a man. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in princes. The Lord told you in the book of Matthew, let them be alone. They are blind gods. He is a blind God. And if the blind lead the blind, both will fall into the pit. Young lady, he told you in the book of Matthew, in vain do these people worship him. The man that you following, that you've given your life over to, he is worshiping the Most High in vain. He's pretending to be one way on camera, but behind closed doors, he's another person. He's committing immoral and ungodly acts. And we're not just talking about his past, we're talking about the present. Okay? And you admitted this, you confessed this yourself, ma'am. I'm here to tell you, that is not a man of the Most High. Okay? He has to be one way on and off camera. Not just for the people. He told you in the book of 2 Timothy, for the time is coming when people will not endure sound teaching, but have itching ears. They will accumulate for themselves teachers to suit their own passions. That's what you are doing. You accumulated this man as being your teacher for yourself because you have itching ears to suit your own passions. You witness who he claims to be his witness. Okay? Do you understand that, young lady? This is a 46-year-old man. 46 years old. You even said it yourself. You've only been with him and known him for about 4 years, correct? So how the fuck are you in the position to be the witness to anyone's life? You don't see everything. You are not the Most High. You are not the angels. Only he sees everything. He is the witness to all of our lives, not you. You are just man. You are just a human being. Sweetheart. And here's some more text messages. This is the young lady, Candace, the witness that he's claiming. These are her messages in the grave. She said, I've given myself, the man I've given myself over to over the years. So she's telling you, she gave herself over to a man. She didn't say she gave herself over to the Most High. She's going off what man is teaching her and telling her. Okay? She then says, and all that the spirits are telling you as well, if I'm not woke, then wake me. So this lady don't even know if she's woke or not. She's contradicting, just like him. And she says, I'd rather do this when he is away though. So what she's doing is going behind his back, texting this young lady, agreeing with her, being on her side, doing this, and that. So she really know. And she sounds like she's afraid of this man. This man that's supposed to be a godly man and of the Most High Yah. And that's supposed to be serving the Most High and this and all that shit. Okay? But she rather do this when he's away. So why can't you be yourself and speak your truth and speak your motherfucking mind in front of this nigga? You sound like a controlled slave, sweetheart. Okay? That's what the evidence is pointing to. And this is the girl, the young lady that's texting her, telling her that grandson, basically he don't even have no loyalty to anybody. Not even to his witness that he's claiming. The girl was letting her know all of the things that grandson was saying about her behind her back. She said not many things, just that he can't trust you. He can't trust you, yet he's claiming you're a witness. Because you told some things that he told you not to. Okay? That Daniel part is true. When we was in the apartment, you was gone. He was like, you and Daniel have to go do this and that on y'all journey. At the bando, he told me y'all wasn't that close. And that y'all really don't be all affectionate like I was to him. See there? She said, don't get me wrong, I love King, but his actions, I do not. You see? She says, I'm not going to take up for someone who is in the wrong. The things he have done are not acceptable. He might as well hit me because what he did is still abuse. Mental abuse is real, and you take it to the internet for more people to go along with your abuse towards me. I'm a real woman, and I don't think this is manly. And that reference she's talking about when he creates those Jezebel videos, he is talking about her, talking shit about her, okay? That's what he does. He runs to the internet and that's what he's doing, all right? I'll be back with part 2. Now, since he likes to talk about witnesses, let's see. Because now it's 2 or more. I even had another young lady coming to me, telling me the same thing about this man, okay? And this is him texting the lady right here. These are his messages to her. This is him in the grave. And my thing is, this is what a narcissist do. He's actually speaking on the story. Now, this is before it was even brought to me, before the young lady who sent me those messages and all those evidence and told me about her story and her testimony about him and things like that. This supposed to be a grown-ass man. He done text a whole nother woman bringing up the story. It's like he's basically bragging on what had happened. Because, see, this lady here, she's a victim. She's innocent. She had no clue about what was going on or nothing. But he's using the situation, and it's like he's bragging about it. He told this lady, he said, your presence is your biggest asset. I'll give you an example. And this is the same lady y'all, and this is another lady. Me and this lady talked. She said she done sent him over $600. She done did all of this. All of this. Okay? And he said, I'll give you an example. So he's basically taking this story and using it as as an example. But he likes to make it seem like he don't be talking about the girl and shit like this, but he's all in a whole nother female's messages trying to, brag on what happened and things like that. And basically make the girl look bad. But see, he's not even telling the full story. This is how narcissists do. They like to smear you behind your back. Okay? And she said, okay, he said, I once knew a woman. Now he's talking about the young lady, Purple Haze, that brought the information to my attention. He talking about, and she came to my house unexpectedly and tried to force her will upon me. I demanded she leave and I locked my door. Okay, so we all know that this is a lie. Because like we said, even his witness attested to that she texted him and let him know that the girl was coming. And what did he do? He never called the girl and said, don't come to my house. He didn't do none of this shit. So he already knew that she was coming. So we can dead that right there. Then he's trying to say that she forced her will upon me or forced her will upon me, this, and that. And you was talking about you once knew a woman, but you was telling this woman that she's your wife. Okay? Talking about I demanded she leave and I locked my door. The girl said yes. He talking about she stayed in my driveway in her car for 2 days, texting me and calling me. She even begged me to let her in so she could use the bathroom. She claimed she was upset and sick that I had got her out there by herself. He talking about I ignored. And we seen those text messages. He was ignoring her like the heartless, narcissistic man that he is. All right? He talking about she left my house and that's when all her true feelings came out. He talking about I removed my presence. See, like this nigga be talking like he is the most high. Like he is the Messiah or something. Talking about you removed your presence. Like you see, these are evil times that we are in, y'all. It is. And he talking about that the girl was calling him a devil and saying that he serves Satan and that he's a prophet of Baal and he's no real man and all kind of other hateful things. And now he's calling that hateful. But in our truth, that is the truth. She was speaking her feelings about him and through her experience what he showed her and what it is that she went through with him. Okay? And I mean, that's exactly the way that it's coming off. And you see, these is how demons and devils do. You feel me? No real man does things like this. And what he's doing is still smearing the girl, going behind her back. He's telling a whole nother young lady shit like this. You feel me? And what's so fucked up about it is, these are the messages from the young lady. She said, yes, he did call himself a bunch of names. Because, see, you can see right here, she said, you are strong, yes, Shay. See, calling himself a whole nother name. She said, she ain't lying, she ain't lying. She's talking about the girl that brought me the information. She said, well, I feel terrible now hearing her truth. He was telling me how she was begging and pleading to get inside. She said, oh, he got something coming for his wickedness. That's just wrong. And the girl said, the word I was looking for yesterday was contradict. That's what he did a lot. And so is the women who's making the witness video. Shake my head. Okay, I'll leave it at that. It just makes me feel heated that people or non-people can go so low. And this is also what the lady said. She's also testifying against you. She said she ain't lying. He used that geometria calendar on my daughter's name. She even told me that you was trying to get at her daughter and call her your wife and say how the Most High connected y'all. He said their child would be named Liberty and that they would have twins. I should have known that he was off. She said my daughter did. And she ain't never even talked to him. But her daughter even knew that you was off. Huh? So here's another witness for you. Since you like to claim about 2 or more witnesses and this, and that. And they having the same stories. It's the same story. This is another claim. The girl said he didn't even know nothing about gang stalking, but supposed to be so biblical. She said after I told him, he started putting targeted individuals on his videos. He realized he was getting subscribers by doing that, so he kept acting like he won. When nobody is targeting him, he is targeting people. She said, and people daughters. And the other lady just said you was trying to get at her daughter. She said, and he fucking 36 and need to grow up. He don't want nobody to tell him that though, because that mean I'm being a Jezebel if she try to tell a man what to do. He know the only reason why he had that life. He had to talk bad about his wife, but don't tell you how she sold their garments, did hair, had many other talents, and he wanted to destroy her and leave her with children. All right. These are a couple more messages. She said they belong together. They are the real evil twins. He used her to draw women in by lying, saying he have done this and that. She is gay and so is he. They don't want each other. It's all a cover. He needs to just be his true self and he'll be more happier instead of living a lie. Okay? Yes, he better keep her ass for real now. She a real ride or die, willing to go all the way to hell for his ass. Bearing false witness. Listening to these niggas like they can't lie. He got her mind. She doesn't have one. That's all him right there. All right. So my whole thing is why, you can't portray yourself to be one way on the internet, but you're not living that motherfucking life. That's my whole point. Okay? That's my whole point. I ain't worried about her, the young lady, because she ain't the one that's, up here swinging the Bible around and every day making videos and claiming to be this and claiming to be that and shit. You feel me? Not saying she was perfect because nobody is, but I'm saying to you because you're supposed to be a man of valor. You're supposed to be the man of the Most High. You're supposed to be righteous in this, and that, right? You're the one that sits up and reads the Bible every day, all day, and do all this and make videos and yell and scream and all and whatnot. And you're the one, even your witness said that's supposed to be a teacher, and you're teaching them, as she say. She's following you, okay? And you the one who had them telling them they supposed to worship you and be your witnesses and you gonna go to the Most High and you pray to the Most High. For when all of that shit is ass backwards. It's ass backwards. So if you're doing these things behind closed doors and it's no longer an assumption because your witness that you even put on the stand, she even admitted it for herself. That shit is wrong. It's an abomination. No holy man lives like that. That's why I say it's no telling what these people do behind closed doors. People portray themselves as one way, but they are a whole nother person. Okay? A whole nother person. And these people are confused. And they just contradict and confuse themselves more and more and more. That's why the best policy is always honesty. Okay? Because the Most High sees everything and he's going to bring your shit into the light. You can pull up all these scriptures. You can do all that shit. It does not matter because you're not living that shit in real life. So with that being said, that makes you a motherfucking false prophet. That's what that shit makes you. That's what it makes you. And honestly, and this is another message. She said, this nigga told me I was his bride, his wife. We were supposed to have a baby and everything, okay? And the young lady said, so now he acting like I just came there all over him. He was lying to the both of us. The whole time he told her I was a student. Huh? Hence why the young lady said about her, about a sister relationship, this, and that. She said, but the whole time he was wifing me up. He know his texts are deleted, so now he can say all of the lies he wants. And he told her that I wanted to be his student and I was learning from him. She never knew anything about how I met him through Daniel until I told her. He had been lying about everything. How we met, acting like I contacted him for different reasons when in the truth, he asked Daniel to tell me to contact him. So you see how he's getting caught up in all these lies? See, the truth, it don't take all this, baby. It's too much shit that just making sense. And too much shit that's backed up for a motherfucker just to be lying on you. You feel me? It ain't no point. It's no point. And just like the lady said, you were lying to the both of them. But you, the whole time, you was wifing her up. You was telling her that she was your bride and everything, and even the lady that you claim to be a witness, she even said this. And this is the video that the young lady sent me. She said that you was talking about her in this video, and you were. That's why it's titled "Message to the Bride." So it just seemed like, did this nigga see? Y'all see this shit? It just seemed like he just fucking running game. Everybody is his bride. Everybody is his wife. Everybody is aligned. You know, everybody goes in the geometry chart, calculator, calendar, whatever the fuck he do. All of this shit is not righteous. This is not of the Most High at all. Like, no man, what real man does shit like this? Telling every woman the same thing. I mean, and there's no denying it. So, I'ma just leave it at that. Cause see, the truth is always the truth. And it's always gonna stand regardless of what the fuck anybody got to say. You feel me? It's gonna speak for itself. Regardless. The truth shall set you free.
Ain't let nobody take your crown. Baby girl, you are a star. Better let them know who you are. You better let them know who you are. Yeah, yeah. I swear this place is spiritual Sodom. No love for the women and children. With not one man that's willing to stand up and put an end to all these feelings. I guess I gotta tell my sisters it's now time to start loving ourselves. Shake the fleece off your back now, cause it's much better for your health. They never really loved you the whole time. They was looking out for themselves. So make the choice now, choose you. And remember,